I have a question. When people look up Pokemon music, does everyone just get like the same music or like everyone gets like recommended the same exact video, no?
Oops, you caught that? It's a habit I got from traveling solo. Did you like it? I'll sing another one just for you.
Not always. Who's getting recommended something else? Phoebe, yo, congrats. How many pulls, man? Yo, what's up, Joker? What's up, Zell? What's up, Tense? What's up, Andor? What's up, Rander? We got Andor and Rander. That's crazy. I don't have a specific game plan for today. I think we're just gonna play, try some stuff. It'll probably be like a more chill stream. Maybe we'll continue the story. See if I get further in, if I have like different impressions of the game, all that kind of stuff. Let's see. Where were we? On this? So, we need to hit level 15. I remember that. Region overview. How big is the map? Actually, I haven't figured that out yet. How big is the map? There's 2 regions so far. It says region locked. Yo, what's up, Siege? How's my throw going? It's okay. Today might be a short stream, we'll see. So your first impressions video, pretty nice. On topic UI, there's too many icons on the screen, or the icons should be more obvious in what they do. It wasn't necessarily the UI itself, it's the fact that there are so many menus in this game that direct you to so many different places. Actually, I kind of wanted to talk about that. You know what? That's a good idea. Let's talk about the first impressions. It's the same team I was using in the previous beta. Dude, this team is fun. Dude, actually, all right. Yo. Wait, okay, you played the previous beta. Okay, are you not playing this one? What I figured out...
Well, Endman. Seems like
I was playing like some random characters, and when I was playing random characters trying to have fun or whatever, the game felt bad. Because they had like no synergy whatsoever. On right now? Oh, bet.
Endman, you're here. I hear.
Wait. Are you down to talk about the game?
Test subject this time.
You want to talk about the game?
My blades are always ready, as they never rest. Well, Endman. Seems like fate brought you right to me.
I don't mind. All right, bet. Let me talk about the first impressions real quick, and let's chat it up. That sounds like fun. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the first impressions thing, because I got very confused, and I don't understand. So like there was like 2 major points that I saw like turbo flamed. Like I mean turbo flamed. Like I got a lot of hate for it, and I don't know why. I said that the early game is too slow, so it's hard to get new players in. I don't understand why people would say that just get over it. I don't understand that. Like, the fact that it took me X amount of hours to get into the game to where it started being fun is not a good thing, because it means you're going to lose players at the start. Why would anyone argue otherwise? I'm not understanding that part. That legitimately makes no sense to me. You're just losing players for no reason that way. There are content creators who quit the game because of that, because they didn't enjoy it in the early game. I even said, like, I enjoy the game. I enjoy the game. I'm having a fun time playing it, dude. This game is fun. But, like, if the early game is not... It's not, understandable for, like, a new player. Or, like, you don't get to, like, get to the fun right away, right? Because you're in, like, tutorial spamming and whatnot. You don't get to experience like what's actually good about the game. So you're just gonna quit the game. Do you want less people to play the game? Like I don't understand what the mentality is there. Do we want less people to play the game? But I can't, Greg. Huh? I don't get that. I legitimately do not understand why people complain about that. The other big thing I saw mentioned was yeah, the menus. So here's my issue. There's like 10 different menus in every single menu. So we have like, let's say we pull these up, right? We have every single one of these. We have every single one of these. And even inside of these menus, there's like sub-menus as well. Like, go here. There's like a bunch of things, whatever, right? Here's like some different menus. There are so many things as a new player to keep track of. You grab this, and this turns into like this over here. And there's like this. How is a new player supposed to remember all this stuff? Especially when they just feed you information after information after information at the start of the game. I think the problem is, like, there's like this menu, there's like this menu, there's the, you go over to the, oh, I'm not even in the right place. If you go to the other place where my area is, there's like 5 more menus over there too. There's, what else? I've heard it's too slow from 6 different CCs. Because it is too slow. That's the biggest problem the game has right now, is that it's too slow in the start. It becomes fun once you get later on, but the problem is you're going to lose a lot of players from that initial, like, that are having fun from the beginning, right? If you, or that would have fun because of the slow beginning. Like, I was committed to playing the whole thing anyway, because I wanted to like the game. I wanted to give it like a honest shot. So like, even if I didn't like the beginning, I would have continued anyway. But it wasn't until I learned like everything about like combo system where I can like do this and I can like do this or whatever, right? And then it like changed into other skills or whatever, right? It wasn't until I learned all of that that the combat started becoming fun. It wasn't until I got out of like the tutorial spamming that part became fun. The story itself ends up being slow because it's just a bunch of tutorial spam during that part, so they don't get to actually expand on like the characters and whatnot, right? They're essentially just perma talking about the story, which is a problem in itself. I don't know if people can disagree with this though. If so many people are like saying that they're having an issue with it, do people just like not want new players to play the game? How the hell? Oh. Why are my tags so humble? Because I'm a humble person. Oh! Fixing a tutorial is not good. Then like ZZ has like tutorials up to like level 30. Yeah, I think what they should do is they should pace it out more gradually. So you interact with the world more as you're doing the tutorials. So like, it should be like, here's like 1 or 2 tutorials. Okay. Then you go out and do stuff in the world so you can like experience the game. Then here's like 1 or 2 more tutorials. Then you go out and you experience the game. Then you go like 1 or 2 more tutorials and you just like, that would be a much easier way for you to digest it, right? Think about how ZZ does it, for example. The way ZZ handles tutorials. You have like a tutorial at the start, right? You like learn like the basics of your characters, how to auto. Whatever. Then you just get to interact with like a few fights, right? And you just get to like do a little bit of learning on your own. Then it gives you more tutorial. Then you interact with some more fights or whatever. And then you get more tutorials and you interact with some stuff. This game it's tutorial. Then it's another tutorial. Then it's another tutorial. The problem is, as a human being, you're not going to be able to process that much information. It's information overload. You literally cannot process that much information. You're not going to remember all of that. Nobody reads tutorials. That's a problem in itself. Like, pretending that people read tutorials is also kind of cringe. But, like, even with the tutorials there, like, you can't, I do think it's a failing of a game if it can't intuitively get you into a lot of the systems of the game. I do think that's a bad thing. Because it just means you're going to lose players. You're just going to lose players for no reason. That doesn't mean these systems can't have depth. That doesn't mean that the depth doesn't exist. Or can't exist. But what it does mean... Wait, do I go down here? No. I run. No! Aw. I freaked up. I don't get why there was so much vitriol behind that. Is the point I'm getting at. Because that seemed like a very a comment that was often made on my review. If you look at my first impressions video, that was like, you're right here. One of the biggest comments on there was like, just get over it, just learn the tutorial or whatever, or just deal with it, bro. It's low, it is what it is. It'll filter out people. Why would you want a game to filter out people? Why would you want that? Why would you want it so there's less people playing your game? Isn't that a bad mentality? I think I just like most about Enfield is ditching the Arknights world building. It's too complicated to make 3D. Make 3D and just say, fuck it. We go to the moon so we don't have to model that? Wait, what do you mean? But I think the game will be niche. Yes and no. I think it depends on like the community reception and stuff. Because I think even if you don't want to interact with the factory stuff, from what I gather, you can basically just force it to be done via blueprints. You don't even have to interact with it that way. Meaning, if that's not a system you enjoy, you can just play the game as it is normally, right? For like the combat of the world or whatever, and exploring and whatnot, right? In that regard, bro. In that regard, I don't think it's niche. I do think it's niche though, because I think a lot of people might not do that because that requires like effort to get through it. You'd have to like essentially bypass that system, right? So maybe it will be more niche, but I feel like they're trying to cater to a more mainstream audience. Oh fuck, I have to go up there. Wait, what? They want a glaze, for example. Russian localization is really bad, but every time I walk up and talk about it, people tell me to shut up and be glad it exists at all. Yeah, that's the feeling I got as well. It was really stupid. It was so stupid, bro. Like, why are people trying to it feels like they're trying to kick me out of the game. Why? I literally said I was enjoying the game, but these are problems that need to be addressed. I like 80% of what I said was like saying the game was good or whatever. But there's like problems with like it's not even the game itself. It's like the tutorials or whatever, like their onboarding process. Like I don't even understand how that's like even remotely controversial. It's so stupid. It's like legitimately just fucking brain rot conversation. How do you think it'll fare in the gacha market? Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I don't think this game is going to get bigger than Wuwa or Genshin. I don't know if that was their plan to or not. I do think the game is extremely well made. I could see it being a niche in that regard, but I don't see it being a niche in the sense like it's going to be like a... I don't think this will be a small game. I think it'll be a good-sized game. Like, if I had to guess, this game will be bigger than ZZZ. That's where I would put it. I feel like this game would be bigger than ZZZ. But I don't think it would be as big as, like, Wuwa or Genshin. But we'll see. It depends on... A lot of things can change. Like, a lot of things can happen or whatever, right? I think as a product, the game is really quality. It was a mental epidemic. You have NPCs calling people tourists or filtering 24/7. Saw a ZZ player didn't even play OG Arknights calling OG Arknights player tourists for wanting more guys. I don't know about anything happening with ZZ before that, but the mentality or whatever that's happening to like make people say this shit is so fucking disgusting, bro. I legitimately hate it. I was having that issue yesterday too. I just don't understand. Like, I'm just here to have fun with the game, dude. All right, serious question: how the fuck in the actual hell do I get down there? how do I get down here, bro? Where am I even going to?
This one won't go down easily.
I teleported out of there, and now I don't remember how to get over there. Oh, okay. People aren't allowed to have opinions. Dude, I got told I'm a disingenuous content creator because I said I don't like Do at Night Abyss. All right, that one, high key, is the funniest shit ever. Because if I were a disingenuous content creator, Do at Night Abyss literally tried to sponsor me. I could have just taken that bag and glazed the shit out of the game when I think it's a bad product. I could have just done that. That's what being a disingenuous content creator is. I could have just done that and gotten paid. They literally tried to sponsor me. It's so stupid. It's legitimately just like so brain rot, bro. People are so ideologically driven. I don't understand why. Could be larger than you expect, given the original has a huge following in Zhongguo. What is that? What is Zhongguo? I'm not familiar with like how big like games are in like Asia or like the East and whatnot, right? I'm speaking from like a more Western perspective. What's the game plan right now? I'm trying to figure out how to get back over here. I don't remember how I got over there. How the fuck do I get back over here, bro? Any knowers? DNA was supposed to be a gacha savior and they want you to like it. Yeah, I get that part. They're shilling for the game because they care about the ideology of it. But like, dude, it's just so unserious, bro. It's just so unserious. Was it down here?
This place is too quiet, Enman. It feels really unnatural.
I think it was down here. You only tried DNA for like 4 hours before saying you didn't like the game? I mean, I also watched gameplay of it. I'm watching people like play the game. It's not good, bro. The gameplay doesn't get any better. It's literally just auto farm simulator. What changes about the game from what I experienced and what I watched versus later on? The answer is nothing. Nothing changes about the game. You're free to like whatever. That game is dying as fuck, bro. That game is negative publicity right now. Let me go look at this. Yeah, bro, the metrics for this game are not good. "24-hour peak, 1,000 players." I don't know why we're pretending. I mean, like, look, if you want to like something, go ahead and like something. But I legitimately feel like, and I don't know if this is a conspiracy or what, I legitimately feel like people just get their opinions from other content creators, and if a content creator says something like XYZ or whatever, people just parrot it to hell and back. And so I'm assuming there's a content creator out there who just glazed DNA or whatever, and now people are just like super mad if you say anything about DNA. It's really cringe, bro. I think, yeah, the same thing happened yesterday. Like, Smack said he didn't like Enfield, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. You're free to not like a game. But then his community goes fucking crazy and then starts shitting on the game completely and like doom posting it. And that's like insanely cringe. That's actually so insanely cringe. Someone said he even specifically told his community not to do that, but people are going to be so unbelievably brain rotted anyway. It's just so boring, bro. The state of the internet in 2025. Bro, how the fuck do I get over there? Ah! Is this? Some say DNA movement is not as good as Warframe. It feels clunky. I am some. I am some.
All that tunnel crawling really makes
I
you
am some, bro.
appreciate the fresh air out in the open. Wow, This place is actually pretty close to Ramon. We really took the long way around.
Arknights community can be protective. Yeah, I noticed that too. It was definitely Arknights players that were saying it. But there's a difference between like, oh, you're like shitting on the game, and you're like, oh, the game makes it hard for new players to get into because the early game is too slow.
Just reward.
Which I think is like a pretty mainstream opinion right now. I feel like that shouldn't even be controversial. It's not even like a mean thing to say about the game. The early game is too slow. Is that mean to say about the game? No. Is that going to change your QOL of the game? Like even 2 days after the beginning? No. The problem is you're just going to get rid of players from the start, which is really bad. People find reasons to hate nowadays. Love for a game is kind of rare. I think I agree with that, actually. I think, well, kind of. I agree. I largely agree with that, but there is, some parts I disagree with. I think people want to shit on a game because it's funny. You'll see it. That's why tribalism exists. I find that boring personally. I think, there's nothing, you don't necessarily have to love a game for you to play it and enjoy it. Like, the way I see it personally is I don't love these games. I like playing them because they're fun, right? But at the end of the day, I'm still playing a game made by a company that wants to take my money. Like, gotchas are predatory. I play them because they happen to be well-made, right? If this game wasn't well-made, I wouldn't play it. I don't have any, like, allegiance to this game. I just like playing it. It's just a fun game. But I don't have an attachment to the game. If they do something stupid, like...
I'm just glad we were able to help.
Then
Right,
I'll call that out or whatever, right? Or I'll say, like, that's stupid, right? I don't have, like, an allegiance to the game. I think people get too attached to like games, and they think that it means if there's any criticism towards a game, that's
Thank you so much.
going to ruin the
If
game.
you hadn't fixed the super crane, I don't know how long we'd have to wait.
It's like I don't know how they get. I can understand getting like more parasocially attached to streamers. I don't know how it happens with games. How do you get parasocially attached to games?
All right, that's enough thanking for now, crew. We still have to pack our belongings.
Love your content? Yo, thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
Back on schedule.
They fix the early game, then do you think this game will be bigger than Woo or
I
HSR?
need to assign a few jobs to the crew.
Then HSR, no shot. This game is bigger than HSR. I think HSR is like the ultimate. I think HSR is like made in a test tube to be as marketable as possible because it's a super casual game made for mobile players that'll capture so much of the Eastern audience. I don't think this game. Is there a game? Is Genshin more popular than HSR? Isn't HSR the most popular gacha right now?
I was also really worried about you and Madam Penny.
More popular than WoWa?
Oh, Phyllis.
That might be hard.
To talk straight.
I don't know.
Words poorly, and the listener is bound to hear something.
Maybe.
Girl.
I don't know what the reception's like in the East. I think this game is quality though. I mean, it has a lot of potential. There's a lot of things I like about the game. I need to see more of it.
Madam.
I don't even have like a full impression of the game. I've only played like 9 hours of it so far.
Know that it is solely a matter of honorifics. And
Look, Genshin was more than
intended for
HSR?
respect, as well
It
as a
might
dash
be.
of
It might be.
displeasure
I'm not
for
100%
being your
sure.
Unfortunate apprentice.
Yeah, Phyllis, Penny.
Liza is the most popular. Liza is the most revenue. There's a difference.
Fighting. Don't
Well,
you
most
worry,
revenue in
darling.
mobile, I should
I
say.
don't argue with little brats who can't keep their feelings in check.
Oh, how true. Those unchecked feelings are grounded in confusion. Someone obviously could have done.
I think you
just
don't
a
know how
little
popular
more
Genshin
and
is.
solved this problem entirely. But no, she didn't do her part.
I think if you
Perhaps
think
she
that
chose
Genshin
not to.
is that much more popular than HSR, then you probably don't know how popular either of those games are.
I don't understand.
It's
Those
all
games
right,
are definitely close to each other in terms
that
of
symbol
size.
We'll figure it out.
Genshin might be bigger, but the games are definitely
I really
close to
don't
each other in
know,
terms of size.
Edmund. I guess you find this all very confusing as well. And Edmund! Oh, luckily for us, that super crane still works, right? I heard that it's been here for a while. It's even older than me. That's right. The veteran crew all.
What was I gonna say, though? What was I talking about?
Kept us all.
I forget
on
what I was
schedule.
talking about.
It's the one that did all the heavy lifting.
People become overprotective of their games because they're afraid that the game's mass market will change the
I think I'll really
games they
miss
love into a different game.
This is why we really need to say goodbye to it.
Yeah, I can see that.
properly. And that
But,
means
like,
no crying.
One of the things I don't understand is
No
like
fighting.
denying.
Come on.
There was like a huge sentiment around like denying the
Because
aspects of this game that was
Never see what again?
copied from like Genshin or
Didn't
like
Penny
whatever,
tell you?
right? The mainstream gotchas.
Removing the super
Like a lot of like the way the menus are,
coming with
a lot of
us?
like the open worlds,
going to
a lot of
Quarry
like the
Cave
character
Zone
menus, all this
57.
stuff, right? Even like the UI, stuff like that, the launcher.
These
A
little
lot of this
girls
stuff is
never
made
bothered
literally
asking this old
in the image of
lady.
Genshin. There's nothing wrong with that
Come
either. There's
on,
nothing wrong with
Penny.
that. Wuwa did
You
the same
should
thing.
have.
I have no problems with
Well,
that. There's
at
nothing
least
wrong
you
with that.
told them about that fat
But why would we
raise
even
you
deny
negotiated
that
for
it
the entire
exists?
Crew. Oh, we also get to keep our entire fleet of heavy machinery and
I'm not
take
getting
them
it.
with us. You
I
did
think,
tell them, right?
I think it's because I come from outside of the gacha community that I don't understand these things maybe. So I just view games personally as games. Maybe gacha players view games as like something else other than games. I'm not sure.
Come on, darlings.
But I
No
come from
one's
League of
using
Legends,
an
and in
armor
League of
or
Legends, if you're not
anything
flaming
to
Riot,
get
you are not
bored
part of the
about.
community.
Indeed. None of this.
If you're a
is
glazing Riot ever, you're
Oh,
not
my
welcome there, bro.
heart.
It is
Fine.
flame Riot if they
You
do
won't
something
get an
right, then it's
apology out of this old
mid, and
lady.
if they do something wrong,
You girls are
They're
always
devil spawn.
overthinking things, and this is just another prime example of that nonsense.
Thank you, Penny.
Thank you, Penny.
thank you, Penny. I thought
Gentlemen,
originally though,
I'm mostly done.
shouldn't
arranging our
Arknights be part of like the old guard of
Man,
gacha games? I thought the original guard of
really
like
should have
gacha games or
given
whatever
you Enfielders a special party for helping
are people who
us
like
out,
relentlessly shit on their own
but,
game. Are they not? I thought
guess
EFCO
we
players shit
have
on their
to
own game, for
settle
example.
these I really hope to see you again in the future. My friends from Enfield.
Wait, I forgot this was like a side quest or whatever. Why was I not skip maxing the side quest? I'm down to watch the main quest, but I don't know why I'm not skip maxing the side quest. That is definitely a troll. Some people just hate Genshin so much that they don't want their favorite game to take stuff from it. Maybe. Honestly, probably true. I mean, it's probably why Wuwa players will like deny how much like Wuwa is inspired from Genshin. The same is probably true here. Open the outpost for details. Max. I'm rich, bitch. Wait. Wait, I'm rich.
Hey,
Was I supposed to level this up? I was. Stockpile. Switch goods. 8,000 is crazy. Wait, did I overcap? Does it overcap on the EXP? SOS, I need your help. Oh, face. Was there a game that did this system specifically before HSR, for example? Like the texting stuff? In gacha specifically? Because like the way the menus pop up and stuff like that is very reminiscent of HSR. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it being reminiscent of the HSR. If anything, it's familiar. There's nothing wrong with taking systems from other games that are like decent. Arxis has been slow to queue all updates. Though to be fair, it's not as slow as FGO. Oh, I can teleport here. Yeah, Sophia's been saying that. I didn't play the OG Arknights.
We suddenly have a lot more people here.
How much has the game changed since
Balls,
how much has the
water
game
canteens,
changed since
bread. What
the
happened
first
here,
beta?
Ginny? We found a lot of people from all over the place. They're bleeding or sick. Uncle Daniel told me to grab stuff.
Clear divide. Some want the game to generally grow and welcome new players, while others prefer keeping the franchise to their niche.
Let's handle the emergency quick, Ginny. Be a good helper and hand us some of your stuff.
I can understand wanting to
You'll
keep
spread
like the
the word,
core identity
okay?
of your game there. Like if you got rid of the building, for example, then it wouldn't be Arknights Enfield, right? I can get that. But like things like a tutorial changing or whatever, I don't understand stuff like that. That just like gatekeeping that is like insane to me. I don't understand if you want to like say like, oh, the factory building has to be here or whatever, right? Obviously if that changes, it's a completely different game. But if the pacing of the game at the start changes, is that a completely different game? No. What's wrong with that?
Can you give me a few of those supplies?
Game only go
I'm already
around
out.
and do mission, no
Not
hype
just
moment
the
besides
basic
first
supplies.
opening boss.
But we can't just stand around and do nothing.
What?
Maybe the
I'm doing
AIC
side quests right
factory
now.
can help.
We're level gated on the
Current
story.
product range of the AIC factory is limited, and we're facing shortages across the board.
If you go to the end of the last stream,
Even
we did
if
another
we
boss
retrofit
fight.
the production lines
Actually, like
now,
2 hours before the end
it
of the
still
last
won't
stream.
meet
If you go
all
look there,
demand.
there was another boss fight there too. That boss fight was cool. The whole sequence there was pretty cool. I don't agree with that.
This is a real bummer.
What rating would you give the game as now?
I thought you'd seen him already. I heard someone.
What would I
mention
rate
that
the
he went
game
to
as
the Landbreakers
right now?
gathering place. Has he not returned?
I don't know. I'd want to see what the end game is like. I need to see what the core gameplay loop of the game is like. But I like the game. Like, I want to play it on launch. Well, as long as I keep liking the game, like once I get to like the later stages or whatever, right? And it isn't like a do-nothing 2025 simulator, you know what I mean? Actually, honestly, even if it is a do-nothing simulator, like I'm playing 5 games anyway, it is what it is. I plan on playing the game at launch though. If that means anything.
Karja isn't here. Perhaps he went further into the place.
I like most things about the game. The things I don't like about the game are like things that could be easily fixed. Like the pacing issues for the start. Technically, that doesn't even like, that's not even like a negative for the game for me because I've already gone past this. I already understand how the game works. So I won't have to deal with that again. So it's not even a negative for me anymore. The menus I'll get used to. Like, ZZ had dog shit menus, right? If you play ZZ, that game has dog shit menus. But you get used to it, to where you learn it. But it's really bad for new players, and it makes it harder to get assimilated into the game, right? Which just makes the new player experience worse. Which is why it's not a good thing. Like, yeah, you'll learn it. And maybe as a veteran... Alright, here's what the problem might be. Maybe the players are from, like, CBT 1. And, like, veterans of ZZ, for example, won't understand just how bad the menus are for other players because they're already used to it, right? Maybe the same is true for like the menus in this game, for example. So like they're used to it, so they just like don't say anything. You know what I mean?
Look at us, pulling together like... Verify and report personal status, team.
Developers mentioned they wanted to introduce the appeal of the factory-style game to as many people as possible. This is why they invested so much effort to refining the factory system. Yeah, that's like a core identity of the game, which is why I think once again they need to fix like the start of the early game. I don't want to see players fall off from the game. Like from my POV, all right? From my POV as a content creator, it's better if the game does better. So I'd rather the game does better than the game does worse. So if they just fix the early game issues, more people will play the game because they'll get to like the parts that are enjoyable about the game faster.
Didn't you hear what the injured said? There are more of them outside.
Well, there are more of them landbreakers outside as well. And there's a long
Text
road
messages are
between
from
us
Persona
and the hub
5.
base. How are you
Oh,
supposed to
I
send
actually
all
never
these
played
wounded
Persona.
people
Interesting.
over there?
That's no excuse to leave anyone out there to die. Take a look around. How do you think we managed to get all this? Mark and his crew were the ones who got us safely to the cave. These people need our help, and if we sit
Dude,
on
you know
our
what I'll
hands and
say?
pretend they don't exist, we'd be disgracing
I'll
Mark's
say
memory.
HSR made the text messages so I can trigger the Persona
Trying
fans.
is at least
Thoughts?
better than doing nothing. Karja, bring out my supply stash.
That's a smart
Maybe
play.
there's something useful in
That's a smart play. I like that play. That's a good play.
Count me in. Take my stash as well. But even if we squeeze something extra out of our stuff, how long is it gonna last?
Bad releases cause a lot of damage. Wu had the issue but was able to recover. Wu was able to recover because it continuously... The product from 1.0 to 2.0 has been like such a massive jump in quality. Like 1.0 for Wu is pretty bad.
Just need to keep this place running till the hub base recovers. Before
There
that
was a lot
happens,
wrong with the game. There was
we'll
like
try
so
to
many
figure something.
bugs. There was nothing to do in the game.
When I worked at the meat
The systems were bad, but they improved on it a lot, which is really good.
I
I think Arknights has like a good base game though. It's not like Wu 1.0.
He should remember me. My friends, you're way stronger than those LBs out there.
The true rage bait for HSR and Persona is saying HSR is better and more in-depth turn-based combat. I've never played
Mr. Roman,
I've never played Persona,
Alrighty.
so that'll be even funnier if I say it. I'll just say I watched other people play it. HSR is the most in-depth turn-based combat I've ever seen in my life. Get a Persona player to do that fight on clear I did. Will they be able to do it? Fuck no. You know why? Because they don't understand the intricacies of speed tuning. They don't understand the intricacies of understanding how character kits synergize together, of managing pulls on a free-to-play account. HSR is probably the most in-depth gacha I've ever played. I've never played a harder game in my life. If you think about it, Wuthering Waves, the endgame is so easy that it just doesn't have any depth as a result. Rage baiting.
Hi.
Rage baiting. I actually do think HSR has depth. Like, from what I was playing with those teams or whatever, right? That I don't think that clear that I did, it was not easy. I guarantee you, a majority of the player base would not be able to get the clear I got. But I assume it comes from, like, if you have, like, the premium teams and whatnot, the game is probably too easy. But if you're, like, if you're trying to min-max in HSR, you'd have to do things like speed tuning and whatnot, and, like, adapting fights relative to RNG if you want to play optimally. I think if you're using, like, weaker teams, there's, like, legitimate depth to the game. Actually, you know what? I'll say this. It runs into the same problem Wu runs into, where if the game is too easy, then there is no depth. But if the game is hard, then you can have depth there, right? Because if Wu was hard, for example, right? You have to route the entire fight around boss mechanics in order to get the most uptime, right? In HSR, you can do that as well. That's literally what I did when I was doing the clears. But if you have, like, a turbo brain-dead team that's clearing in, like, one cycle, like, there's no thought going over there whatsoever. Just mash your keyboard, right? If you got, like, some Caster's broken-ass shit or whatever, there's no thought process going on there. I think... I do think, like... unironically, it might be just the rage bait people. I've never thought that HSR didn't have depth, though. I don't understand why people thought that. If you go, like, dude, you want to see another example of depth? Go watch, if you guys watch the ice-only challenge I did, where I beat the game using only ice characters, if you go watch that very last clear, just skip to the end of the video, when I do that last clear on Sam, go watch how precisely I have to play that fight in order to get that clear. I don't think you can look at something like that and say the game has no depth. It's definitely rage bait. Reason why people thought Cyrene is bad for Final because they can't build Vonlag. I think I mean I won't even pretend to understand, like, meta and stuff like that. But from what I can gather, people are like from what I can gather, I think people, or, like, content creators specifically, I think maybe the content creators are true, like, high elo, if that makes sense. And so they'll tell people, or they'll give, like, perspectives from, like, the perspective of zero cycling. And maybe from that POV, the Cyrene team could be hard to pull off without E2, which is why people Doom post without E2.
Hey, don't be shy. Come closer and gather round for a better look. Wild variants of common crops tend to make smaller seeds.
Like, I'm using the Fine on Cyrene team with, like, 2 other mediocre characters. Who do I have? Like, I have, like, Bronya and... I mean, I guess RMC isn't mediocre, but, like... Are you supposed to normally use RMC for Fine on? I'm not even sure.
No, but you can juice the local citromes and mix them up with some herbs.
But, like, if I was putting
capable of treating wounds.
if I was putting, like, Dan in that team, for example, that team would perform so much better. But even against a boss, I think I'm not supposed to be able to, like, kill that well, which is Flame Reaver, which I was told was physical resistant.
Toss it away because eating it will
Which I actually don't even know. Is Flame Reaver physical resistant?
So that's
Even with that, I was getting, like, I was clearing in, like, 4 cycles without even, like, support sets and whatnot, right?
I didn't expect him to be so knowledgeable.
Fine on Cyrene, RMC, Ceredra? Cyrene, RMC on Vonwak? Oh.
Back when I met Roman, he was working at the transfer station near the
Depth
fort.
versus complexity?
Roman would often give the...
What do you mean by the difference between those two?
His special brand cake. The man probably gathered whatever was around. The years have gone by.
Mr. Soth, the situation in Valley 4 is complicated. Everyone needs to be properly identified.
Fight some bosses.
This will take a while given our current circumstances.
I have to go through the quest to get
Mr.
more
Roman is
EXP
willing
so I
to
can get
vouch
through
for
the
you.
more
We
bosses.
can send you and the most injured cases.
I'm at the point right now where I have the level.
Perhaps.
I don't get to fight bosses until we get back into the story.
I really appreciate
I know Fine on Plant's
I
physical
really
weakness,
do.
but that doesn't mean that
But we're
the boss still
starting
doesn't
to
have the
turn things
resistances.
around. There's no way I'll just pack up and leave. Supplies transport might be an issue, but with Roman's help, our people will manage. We'll keep looking for the victims and the refugees. Together, we'll get
HSR
through
depth
these
is in
hard
build
times.
making. I agree with that. A lot of HSR's depth is in build making, like speed tuning and whatnot.
Enfield will try to speed up our support in expanding this outpost. We can build a home where everyone feels safe.
We must carry Mark's torch, pass it on. I'll do whatever I can to make that happen.
Complexity is how much there is to learn up front. Depth is how much there is to
We're
master
gonna
over
make some
time.
nutritious porridge and dressing salves for the wounded. Come and give us a hand?
I think most endgame WoW players would complain about the depth in the game then, myself included.
Okay, we'll head right over.
I think the reason for that though is that the endgame is too easy, which is why I was saying they need to copy like Anomaly Arbitration or like Stygian. They need a mode for like those in WoW so people have a reason to engage with the depth of the game. Oh, that's cool. The environment changes. I think legitimately most of the actually good endgame players would probably agree that there isn't too much depth in WoW because there's like nothing for you to utilize that depth on. If they changed fights or they made bosses different, there could be depth. Like, it's not like the game can't have depth. It's just like as it is, the endgame content doesn't support depth. I think they need to fix endgame content for WoW. Probably the second biggest complaint I have, right behind waifu baiting. But I don't think the waifu baiting is going away. We can fix at least one of those, I guess.
What's up, Daniel? You don't look happy.
This place isn't safe, and I need more muscle on.
HSR could use a tune-up
Could put a
overall.
serious crew together.
For what?
Soft keeps telling me how he's got nobody to spare and how we should avoid risks, but I'm worried the
Does
trouble-
HSR need a tune-up?
Yeah, we do have landbreakers prowling near this place. Found anything suspicious?
I feel like the problems from HSR come like the biggest problems I have with HSR are gonna be like the power creep. Like the fact that I can't use my old units like Sealer or whatever is really sad.
Really think
Or like the fact that 4 stars are like borderline
Daniel,
uses is also kind of
We got
sad.
an emergency. Them friggin' LBs are here. A mob of them. They're definitely up to no good.
What? So soon? Quick, take the people and hide.
Did you make team building more complex in
Can't let those
Genshin?
LBs get any
Exactly. You
closer.
have like unique bosses
Take
that
us
have
to the
unique
battle.
mechanics. Like people are like throwing Zhongli and Fischl into random teams to like proc certain boss mechanics so they can do that, for example. I think on like the deer. I think Wuwa would benefit extremely greatly from the same exact thing. I think we just need a harder endgame. You start being gacha, there couldn't be crazy synergies like in turn-based JRPGs that make fights a joke.
You alright? Are you hurt?
Damn!
I don't know if about H to comment on that, honestly.
Now they're pulling this sneaky trick on us. Oh, Soth, if we got no other solutions in mind, I'm heading.
I can't say.
A few traps.
I think it would benefit more from Mormon's endgame mode. Mormon wants a minimum of 5 teams, but you're picking the difficulty each team faces to earn fewer or more points. I don't think the game has enough characters for 5 teams. Because even having 4 teams right now is kind of difficult. Because we only have 1 Verena and 1 Shorekeeper.
I've seen all the hard work you put into everything here. Everyone knows how important you are.
Vaish is basically unusable tier. I mean, there's like other characters you can also go healerless. I think we need...
Fine.
I would like something like that. I think we need slightly more characters, though.
But we can't let this go on forever. Oh, what about those gun towers we constructed last
Problem
time?
is that Wuwa already
Can we
complains
use
about
them?
power creep problem. If they make it harder for endgame, people will just be forced to pull for the newest characters.
LBs are getting smart. I don't think that we can get enough towers.
I don't
to
think
handle
power creep and
every
harder
situation.
endgame have to go hand in hand, though. Like, a team that... I was talking to Jason about this, actually. Making it so your teams... Like, that 5-team thing, for example. Spreading your characters out like that, meaning more characters per account, that's a way to make difficulty harder without necessarily making it so the game itself is harder, right? You have to, like, think more about, like, who you're building or who's getting allocated where. That's a cool way of adding depth to the game. You get to experience more characters, so that's cool as well. That makes the game harder.
Should give us the early warning we need. We will place an early warning terminal here.
People will say,
monitor the surroundings for a potential
oh,
attack and help us organize our defenses.
Indeed.
I think Wuwa does have like a... The difference between like 1.0 and 2.0 units is pretty big, but...
Hey, come to think of it,
Specifically like
this approach sounds
the newer
pretty
ones,
promising.
especially. Like compare like Sheng Liao to like the newer units. The difference is pretty night and day. But I think most people aren't going to complain about that because the endgame is so easy, it just doesn't matter. Every character can clear. But yeah, if they increase like the HP of endgame by like even like 50% more, certain characters are just not going to be able to clear anymore. Well, unless they get like actually, this is, you could like wheelchair them in 3rd slot, I guess. Mormons are creative team building for more standard character usage. What is Mormons? The only Mormons I know are the guys who come to my door and ask me to join the church. I spawn an opening. Prefer bosses or lead monsters that can one-shot you unless you understand how to counter them using tools the game provides. Just like hard endgame encounters that are strict on timers since they end up shutting down all the otherwise viable strategies and make team building and gear crafting less diverse.
Outstanding technique.
What's an example of a game that does that well? Actually, I think someone was saying that's how Arknights was built, right? I haven't experienced the endgame yet, so I have no comment for this game. Ow. Mormons are the guys from Utah. That's what I said. That's what I said. Bro said what I said, but louder. I think killing 4-star and HSR is not a power creep issue. I think it's just greed. I think it's kind of both. But, I mean, they also give you, like, really broken 5-star units for free. Like, Dan is broken as fuck, and that guy is free. RC is broken as fuck, and that guy's also free, too. And Archer. Yeah, Archer's also broken as fuck, too. And he's also free. That's literally 3 free T0 units. Who's free before all those guys? Was there another strong one? I mean, I guess E1 Ruan Mei. How strong is E1 Ruan Mei compared to like E0 characters? Because technically E1 is free. Is E1 Ruan Mei as strong as like E0, like the good characters? Yeah, Ratio was strong, but he kind of sucks now. Ratio was strong, yeah. He was one of the better characters. He was like a well, the problem was like he couldn't be used in pure fiction. So you're building it for 1 out of the 2 endgame modes. Crazy that was making a new 4-star bullying after 1 year. Dude, you know what sucks too? The old 4-stars that we got before were just like not good though. Operators do not need to participate. They're supposed to put down more guns. Is this like nodding back to like Arknights? Is it Arknights but in 3D now? I can't speak for how long Dr. Ratio lasted. What I can say is that he was good, but he was only usable in like 1 out of the 2 endgame modes, which sucked. I don't think you need to. Dude, actually, I was thinking about it. I was talking to someone about this in Genshin. I don't think spamming a bunch of 4-stars is necessarily a good idea either. Especially if they're like constellation reliant. Because it's extremely difficult to get 4-star character constellations. Like, Yehoda's coming out, right? If I need C6 on her, I don't even know how her kit works. If I need C6, you know how hard that's going to be to get? Especially since it's not guaranteed. Even getting 1 copy is like extremely RNG. I pulled double pity on Flynn's banner, and I only got 1 copy of Ino total. I got 1 copy of Ino total, going double pity. Free 5-star is better than more 4-star. I agree, actually. I think free 5-star is better than more 4-star because of the reason I just mentioned.
It's automatic to...
It's too hard. If there's too much 4-star character saturation, it becomes too hard. Assuming you're copying the Genshin model of the game. I've heard dupes in this game don't matter that much though. Trade.
Will help fight back small-scale attacks. We can verify the system just to be on the safe side.
Talk to Daniel. Do mobs attack the area when I'm AFK? Or is it only when I initiate the tower defense? HSR buffed older units often. Power creep won't be an issue. I mean, you say that, but I go look at a tier list and there's still a power creep issue. Yeah, they're buffing characters like Jing Liu is good. Obviously, I cleared all endgame using my Kafka without even Heistlands, so... I mean, the characters they do buff end up looking pretty good. But I mean, they're still only buffing like a few every few patches. And there's so many characters to go through. Reach authority level 15. To be fair, Kafka is the exception since there's a dot push in the endgame modes. APOC Pure Fiction, yes, did have a dot push. APOC, kind of. Well, in my case, the one I used, not really, because I didn't even have like the triple dot, right? Because you need Heisland specifically for that. And then MOC has no dot chill. There's no dot chill in MOC. It's supposed to be the hardest one, apparently. Put the endgame modes or dot. The third one, APOC, is you need 3 dots to proc the weakness break effect, right? But I was running Kafka Black Swan. I was running Trend of the Universal Market as well. So like if that procced, it could be okay. But that was only if that procced. You need triple dot for that one to work. So I was essentially playing for Pure Fiction. Yes, the dot buff definitely helped a lot there. For MOC, it didn't do anything because it's not dot chilled. Actually, wait, now that I think about it, didn't I force MOC against resistances on both sides? Wait, did I force MOC against resistances on both sides? Am I tripping? Yeah, I could use something else. What I'm saying is, like, I didn't use something else and I still cleared. That's the point I'm getting at. Is I didn't use that. But in Pure Fiction, I did. In Pure Fiction, I did. Yes, you did. Wait, what did I say? I just forgot what I said. Wait, what was I talking about? It was something about clearing. Oh, using the characters. Oh. No, I didn't. Oh, brute forcing MOC. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, both sides of MOC were literally resisted by teams. And I still brute forced it. And the show buff didn't... I mean, it worked for Dan. Dan was the only character that benefited from the show buff. Because Finon doesn't benefit from the show buff, I think. Okay, so RMT benefits from it because it has a summon. I don't know if Siren has a summon. Where was the menu? I don't only benefits if it was Dan. Yeah, that makes sense. Because then the dragon will stay with you in the mode. Wait, did they make Dan? Did they make Dan specifically to buff Finon and make him stronger? Her and her ult is her memo sprite? What the fuck? I'm assuming there's a lore reason for that. Is it better than Genshin Wuwa? This game? I think it's different. I don't think you can compare the games like that. I think they're completely different games. This game is not Genshin or Wuwa. It is completely different. Just because you like Genshin Wuwa or you dislike Genshin or Wuwa, it doesn't mean you're going to like or dislike this game. What was I doing? Dude, I got distracted. What was I doing? I don't know stronger if you play stainless unless it's casual. I think for that MLC specifically, because you get like the Dan thing or whatever the buff from the MLC, it would have been better with Dan, but yeah. Yeah, I was playing it sustainless. But I don't think my team specifically would have been better sustainless. With the Bronya, Dan probably would have been better than Bronya. But yeah, if I had like Cerebro or something, for sure. I was looking for something and I don't remember what it was.
The path ahead has been.
How many of these do I have? 105 is crazy. Holy shit. Can I level this now? No.
What's this?
Empty wallet. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Ah.
So what are other team synergies I can try out? Like characters that pair together. Lift Stagger. So she's a support? Vulnerable. So she pairs with this guy. This guy.
You have the slightest sleep of mind decides who lives and who dies in battle.
Still waiting for something?
E1S1 is only 10% weaker than Trippy at E1S0. So stainless fine on, so the performance is very close. Oh. I can't tell how big the map is so far, but I don't think it's like that big. I have a region lock. There's like more. I think there's another area over here or something, or like down here. There's probably more than what I have right now. But yeah, I can't tell yet. Bro, how the set? Dude, these sets suck. Wait, these sets suck. People had bots for farming currency and they banned 100,000 accounts. What the fuck? They banned? Nah, that's crazy. How long have I been streaming so far? An hour. An hour and 9 minutes. Yo, what's up, Eric? How are you, man? Dude. Alright, dude, here's what I mean. I was looking for a menu and I can't even find it. Is it this one? No. This one? No. No. This one. Read messages. Which is the message button? Baker. Talk to her. Oh my god. Text me when you have time. Where'd she go? You remember how to do this, right? Did I say some that made you upset? I'm not saying you do not have to use it. I asked you because I heard you woke up with 0 memories. Anyway, if you have anything to send, just tap send. By the way, if you're too lazy to type, feel free to use text to speech. So I just talked to Pearly. Bro. Look at the... is she stupid? What the fuck is his way of typing? Use a vowel challenge. Impossible right now. Ew. I thought you were upset. You know I'm not good with the words. If I ever upset you, please tell me. Dude. But... seemed longer than 2 minutes. Dude, is she this clingy? Why do I send one message and she sends 80? Yo. I just asked Pearly for recordings and she said you're messing with me. You owe me 1, no 2? Miss Pepper. Yay. But she stopped talking like that. Wait, why'd she stop talking like that? No, she's talking normally. Their bond grew stronger. Dude, honestly, it was cooler when they were doing what they were doing before, where it had like personality in the way they were typing. Even though it was cringe, it's like, Aya, watash. Take gacha core structure and still like individual games is the fate of a sane gacha enjoyer. Oh, I hate all gacha systems. Gacha is inherently predatory always. It preys on FOMO because of limited banners. It's gambling. That's predatory too. The way they end up using it in-game as well, it tries to disconnect you from the actual value of the currency that you're spending as well. Though the way they implement it, rather, gachas are always predatory. Do not get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. These gacha games, they're not out for you. They kind of want to fuck you. And not in a good way. Topic ended. Tell it to my Cypher I got in 20 pulls, my Tribute I got a 1. Wait, you got Tribute on 1? You told me about the Cypher. I don't remember the Tribute. What the fuck? See, you know what you are? You're the case of what gets other gacha players to think that they're going to get lucky too. They hear someone saying that. They hear, oh, I got someone in 1 pull. Watch. You ready? Here, I'll show you. I'll show you. I'll show you. I'll show you. You go over here and you say, you know what? I can do 1 pull. I will just get Levitain. I will just get it. All right. I will just get lucky. All right, but how crazy would that have been, though? How crazy would that have been? That would have been crazy, no?
The path ahead has been revealed.
I am trying to compose a bad joke for you.
If you match bullet, it's a crazy way to clip farm. So what you do is you take that moment and then you splice it with the moment that you actually pull her. Thoughts? What the fuck is this? Where's our operator? I'm an Enfield operator. Lucky Carrot. I got cocked on my first ever pull on my account and 1 more in the next 7 pulls. You pulled 2 Kafkas? Gacha games exist because common gambling is illegal in China. Base China, bro. But gacha started in Japan, didn't it? Dude, it's crazy that the Chinese gachas are less predatory than the Japanese gachas. That's crazy, bro. Actually, the Chinese gachas are better quality, too. That's actually crazy, bro. Mr. Ramu. I heard Uma is predatory as fuck. How hard is it to get currency in that game? Gambling's illegal in Japan? But gacha is literally everywhere. How is gambling illegal in Japan when gacha is literally everywhere? Literally, dude, I'm in malls in Japan, by the way. I'm in malls in Japan. And this place literally just has gachapon machines. Like, there's like 5 stores in a single mall that are dedicated to having gachapon machines for you to pull on. It's actually fucking insane. Oh, what? God damn it. Dude, am I getting got by puzzle again? Like, that has to be that. This has to be 2. Oh, cage. Oh, there's another one. I am not skill issued. 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 This? No, it doesn't work. No! I am not skill issued. I'm not skill issued. That's the world champ diff, baby. Not skill issued. Barely got the puzzle. Barely. I demolished the fuck out of that puzzle. Don't even lie to me, bro. You see those skills? That is the skills of a true elite gamer. I am not skill issued. I need to spend my stamina. What are you supposed to spend your stamina on, by the way? Wait, where's the thing? A3. Will you just get her for free? Oh. And you get her weapon. Okay. More pulls. More Gamba. Look at this. Gamba, Gamba, Gamba. It's our favorite. We got a Perlica. 1 6-star, please. Aww.
Well, look who...
I just keep spamming this. I've only done 19 pulls on the limited banner. Surtur was the stronger AK DPS for like 3 years. Who's the most popular Arknights character? I think Surtur might be the one I've seen most.
Endman,
Either that or the bunny
Supervisor
girl.
Prolica, you came at the right time. Endman, we just ran another test. Results are quite stellar. We can now progress to the next step.
The next step. Where are we needed?
Kindly connect your protocol synchronizer with OMV Dijung. We shall, upon your request,
Hongyu?
proceed to reference it and
Hongyu.
calibrate the teleprotocol site of the TP point accordingly.
A dude?
Operator Zaihi? I'm glad to hear from you so quickly.
Male?
Greetings, Supervisor Perlica. I am pleased to re-establish conventional communication with the hub base. Had we been forced to rely on the exclusive channel any longer, Communication Officer Fiona might have been displeased. Administrator, you may reference the use of planet-side TP points to teleprotocol to Dijung. We have many work reports to present to you.
Work reports?
Best-selling banner? The male
Are we making
was?
progress in the repairs
Damn.
of OMV Dijung?
Yes, it is advancing more swiftly than anticipated, Supervisor.
Game is really polished, but it's too sci-fi for me. Too sci-fi?
I look forward to our meeting aboard Dijung.
I mean, it is definitely sci-fi. I don't know if I've heard of too sci-fi. There's something people said they didn't like. Interesting. Males don't sell? Males definitely sell, but it depends what your audience caters to. If you make an audience full of like players who don't want to pull for male characters, like if you make a Gunnar game and you throw a male in there, no one's gonna buy it, right? Like an example.
Welcome back, Administrator. Supervisor Perlica.
Final sold extremely well.
The surface-to-orbit teleprotocol seems to be
But that's because they
operating
spent like such a long time developing him as a character, right?
calls
For him to
for a
actually sell.
celebration.
And he's a cool ass character.
Thank you for
Any
letting
aura
us do the
farms?
calibration work.
Alright, Final loaded him. Maybe that's a bad example.
Operator Zaihi is the resident liaison from the Cabal of Tranquility.
None waifu.
She is currently performing various tasks at our engineering division.
Wait, I didn't see her on banner.
Yes, many parts of Dijung are in need
Oh my god, I can do that too.
repairs.
Uwu?
Cabal of Tranquility is
Oh my
a
god,
partner of
Uwu!
Enfield. As a liaison
Is that a
from
thing?
the Cabal,
I mean, if you don't like the
I
style of
am
the game or you don't like
duty-bound to
sci-fi stuff, I
carry
guess
out
it
the
is.
aforementioned
But I haven't heard someone
repairs.
say that yet. If you don't like it, I mean, I guess I can see it.
We firmly
Monkey, when you're so
that
cute when you're doing that,
information and
woo!
technology will, in time,
Woo.
establish the vital connections that preserve human unity. Equally, we recognize that repair work is also a form of meditative training.
I'll do it more then.
Supervisor Perlica, the
That'll be my
engineering
battle cry.
division
I said I was
has
gonna give us a battle cry, that's my battle cry.
cabins aboard Dijong. They stand prepared for your occupancy. We may commence activation of several cabins forthwith. In the meantime, access to the Dijong control nexus will soon be restored. Kindly assume command upon its readiness, Administrator.
You know what I've noticed?
For the present,
There's no
we
maid
may
character
begin our
yet.
earnest work
They're
on the
missing
least
out on
compromised
popular
manufacturing cabin.
tropes. Where's the maid character? Not the crab thing? Surprisingly, I have no interest in being a crab fucker. Weird, I know. Did Flynn sell well? Actually, did Flynn sell well?
This control panel serves as the
I see.
main controller of the
Flynn's banner
manufacturing cabin.
tables.
Kindly interact with it to designate personnel or to stipulate production plans.
It seems the software has undergone significant optimizations.
Ah, yes. A few changes were enacted in compliance with the relic scripts of ancient knowledge. If I have transgressed my authorized boundaries, may I submit my written confessions afterwards?
Flynn's was average.
That won't be necessary, Zaihi. What I meant was that the UI has been improved.
That is most reassuring to hear. I shall await the completion of your configuration setup. Please feel free to utilize it at your
Wait, where are you guys
discretion.
seeing revenue for Flynn's banner? Oh my god, more menus!
Short on people here too.
Confirm.
Several cabins within the kernel sector of Dijong have been cleaned up. The reception room is now available for clue exchange. I have also carried
54
out
million,
maintenance
number one on
routines
Gotch
for
report,
facilities
October revenue.
furnished with the stasis core.
What else was on his
I pray
banner?
this may be of help to your endeavor. Just a simple reminder and
It was Yelan?
Now,
No.
allow me to lead
No,
you to
Yelan
the
was Nefer.
reception room.
No, Yelan was not. No, it was Yelan. No, Farina was Nefer.
To facilitate the swift acquisition of clues, we have specifically prioritized the cleanup of the reception room.
Male characters are always popular when announced because social media goes crazy for the males because you always get so few in like the major games.
May I ask what prompted the accelerated repairs of Dijong?
Over the past several days, the Originium drive module has exhibited significant... This is the reception room.
This is the reception room? Yay.
We have also repaired the display section. This is where you can showcase the various achievements of Enfield.
Oh, this is the badge thing.
Hederalis Tranquile has an embedded angelos, and it has exerted rather impressive effects.
Bro,
Might be a little too
am I
avant-garde
tripping or
for
does this
us,
game give you guys Mass
but you
Effect
are
vibes?
right. A good display section will be effective. Visitors will get a
Like the
better
music right
understanding
now?
of our work at Enfield.
And like this like
The reception
ship,
room is now
but not
prepared
ship
for
place?
use in full. You are welcome to explore its functions at your convenience.
You're just saying that because space. Probably true unironically. Or maybe it's Helldivers vibes. Dude, it kind of gives Helldivers vibes too. Storage limits for credits. Credit sources, earn credits by production. Okay, H.
Supervisor Perlica, where should we head to next?
We
Wait, what the
now
fuck?
officially hand over the control
Oh, I
of
thought this was on the
Dijong
wall.
to our administrator. Me? But I'm still... Don't worry. Once you return to the bridge and reestablish control, I believe every piece will fall perfectly in place.
What the fuck?
Control Nexus is just ahead. Hmm? Strange. It was reconfigured just a short while ago.
What is it?
The Sarkaz from the General Technological Committee seeks my presence. Please allow my temporary absence.
That's all right, Operator Zaihi. You are always free to work on your mission.
Cyrene monthly revenue drama in 3 days? Do you guys think Cyrene sold well?
You once shared numerous critical data with the Cabal of Tranquility. Their technological achievements are
seems
directly
like
tied to your actions.
Less popular than I
This is why
thought
we
she
could
would be.
share a number of key
Like, I feel like in
technical
theory,
projects
Cyrene should be like
Sow the seeds of
the most
trust
popular character in
and
the
reap
game,
a
no?
harvest of friendship. This is how Enfield and the other factions of the Civilization Band have supported each other to this day. The Control Nexus is before us. Let's go.
Sold below Finon and sold below Castris? Was their story just like not good or something? Or like people just like don't want the over-the-top waifu bait? I'm surprised by that. Some people like the over-the-top waifu bait. Maybe it was the Doom posting. Nah, Doom posting doesn't kill shit. I'm pretty sure Chisa sold extremely well.
Only you can truly command Dijong. This ship has waited 10 years for this very moment.
Oh yeah, Final is one of the best-selling units ever. Final kind of popped off. I don't think
Have faith in yourself, Endman.
I wonder how much Doom posting actually
You were the one who
matters.
built this ship. There is no changing this fact.
elsewhere is different than WoW. Even normies try to talk about meta. Yeah, I noticed that as well. I feel like normies and WoW aren't as in touch with meta. That's true for Genshin as well. I feel like in Genshin people are more in touch with meta in Genshin than in WoW as well. At least in the West. I'm not sure what it's like in like Asia. Bro, how many fucking menus exist in this game? Oh my lord. Oh, who am I assigning? Does it matter? Alright, let's put you.
Just
Oh,
take
what?
a
I only
break.
get one?
I'll be right there once I squeeze into my workout fit.
Alright, pop off, Panda. Oh, I can control them all from here? Okay. Go to this cabin to start construction. Can I change this? Fuck this guy? And we'll throw in you.
And roger that. Set your mind at absolute ease, Enman.
Yeah, I know that the HSR beta got like delayed because of like IRL stuff.
Dijon Control Authority level has been successfully activated. You can now monitor the entire operations of Dijon at this very place. End filters. The next step of our expansion and growth shall be directed from the bridge. All upgrades shall be carried out right here.
That's crazy, bro. Imagine having the entire 4.0 patch completely delayed. I remember that seems bad for many of our missions. What happened? Just bring this up for fun? Dude, is a character existing in Honkai Impact 3rd and being popular in Honkai Impact 3rd even mean anything? Isn't that game small as hell?
Hearing
I feel
those
like
words from you is enough for us.
outside of like a small
They
dedicated group
prove
of
that
fans,
we're
no one ever
longer
talks about
chasing
Honkai Impact
after
3rd.
Shadow.
Like ever.
In recent years, the one in the sarcophagus has gradually faded from people's memory, along with those legends.
Does anyone give a fuck about Finon because he's Kevin from
Afraid
Honkai Impact 3rd? I don't even know what that is, by the way. I don't think they do. I think they care about him because he's Finon from Emporius.
How fortunate we are to finally see you again and fight by your side.
It is my honor.
Endman, the SOW has gathered some clues. I was hoping that before your memory recovers, you would learn about this world through experience rather than my faint words.
Lucy and Kevin
Given
aren't
the
any character from
provisions
Honkai
of the
Impact 3rd. They're Zhongli and
I must
Raiden.
now simply share the essential information.
The problem is, like, how big is that
Please.
game?
Follow me.
Like, it doesn't matter if they're like big characters for the game if the game itself is small. Like, I don't think most players even knew what that game was before Genshin came out.
You enjoyed looking at Talos 2 from this place before your slumber.
Talos 2. Is there anything I need to know about that?
Our long journey, what we found out, and the new threats we face.
Most popular characters in Tap Top?
The ether side, an aberrant dimension, forbidden to life. Death has trailed us ever since that first encounter. An exploration team, an observatory, a nomadic city.
This is a mobile game app store.
We explored the unknown, each
Hold on.
step bought with sacrifice.
Oh, this is cool. Have they done something like this
But
yet? I don't think they have.
The deeper we search, the crueler the truth we find. The ether resists the preservation of life and breaks information links.
What the
Where
fuck?
ether flows, life withers. and Originium fails, anything tainted by ether will inevitably turn into a source of the blight. We can't predict the ether.
Dude, that dog just like
we can only
he's
raise strong
dying
hands,
from the
for we
inside.
dwell
Holy
beside
shit.
Oblivion.
He's
But
vomiting
true
his guts out.
comes only from knowledge gathered.
That's brutal.
During the First Angoloid War, witnesses of the Aurora devised a simple method of depth measurement. A year after the war, the Hannibit Circuit found the lost science team's manual. It completed the theory of rift formation. Telosian calendar year 17, the Band Accord was signed. Experimental Gloom project resumed. Blight matter conversion threshold logged.
Is this the
Year
entire lore of
146,
Arknights?
A monitoring station at the Wuling Very Large Rift was rebuilt, exceeding the 36-second observation limit. Inch by inch, we elucidated the unknown, till an unprecedented threat emerged from the darkness. Since then, our research has stayed on the fringe, never venturing into the ether side. All ether-related projects are closely monitored to avoid any risks. Now, someone who can manipulate the ether has appeared. She holds the seed of destruction. And she has lit a fire in the wilds.
Fire in the Wild. Dude, the art style for this one is cool.
Neferith is a dangerous sign of what is to come. We must be alert, or history may repeat itself.
Repeat itself?
None appeared for many years until she did. If I had known about her, I would have never agreed to let you leave Dijon. Your safety is our top priority. Maybe we could...
It's chill. I'll gap her. I think fanatical Honkai Impact 3rd fans help propagate hype to non-Honkai Impact 3rd things. I haven't played this game, but I know most of the heavy hitters are like Yay Sakura. I didn't even know there was a Honkai Impact 3rd character. Also, hold on, I just want to, like, dude, every time you guys show these things, I look at the number of votes. It even says on here, look at this. Like, this is only 1,000 votes. Oh, this is day one. 5,000 votes. Like, this is not a lot of people who, like, care about this character that are voting for these things. Like, number 8 on here is getting less than 1,000 votes. Like, this is not like this doesn't mean anything. Like, I mean, I guess it's cool to, like, show this to, like, say, like, oh, Pog. Like, if this is, like, the total amount of votes we're tallying to, like, show that a character is popular, it doesn't mean anything. This doesn't mean anything to me. I don't think anyone, legitimately, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think anyone cares that the characters come from Honkai Impact 3rd. I don't think anyone gives a fuck what Kevin is. I don't think, I mean, I'm sure there are people who care. That's not why it's fine on Soul. I don't think anyone's like, oh my god, dude, it's Kevin. They're like, oh, this character's cool. Aura forms. He's cool in the story. He's been cool the whole time. That's why he's sold. It has nothing to do with Kevin. Otherwise, you would see any banner inside of Honkai Impact itself selling well. Which,
I will.
As far as I'm aware, that game is
Industries will.
doing nothing in
Always
any
stand
revenue
by
chart, ever.
We are all with you.
I just don't believe it for a second. I don't think anyone cares about Alicia from Honkai Impact 3rd. I don't think anyone cares about Kevin from Honkai Impact 3rd. I think they care about Cyrene from
Feels good to be
Honkai
back.
Star Rail, and I think they care about Finon from Emphorius. Does this help in mainland China?
Apologies. Probably not the best time to say that. It's okay. This place has always been your home.
What are they gonna say?
Let's take a break. Once everyone's fully rested, we will return to Valley 4.
That poll is from a Chinese website. Also, what they messaged happened in the trailer. I already knew that happened. That's like that was like the whole trailer thing, wasn't it? Arnold's trailer. I don't think it matters much for like the characters coming from Hamaka Impact. I think that legitimately does nothing for the game. I don't think anyone spreading it is thinking like, oh, this is Kevin, that's why he's cool. Maybe there's like a small community that does that and they're like, oh, Pog Kevin. I don't think that has any meaningful notice. Like if it wasn't Kevin, there's someone else as equally cool as Finon or whatever, I think the banner does literally the same exact numbers. Literally the same exact numbers. Like here in the West? Well, the revenue charts, for example, are from the East, so... Open the baker. Great news. TP. Actually, no, here's the best example. Respectfully, did anyone know who the fuck Kevin was? Before everyone told them that Finon was Kevin? No, I literally had never heard that name until people said it was Finon. Can you underestimate how a small group of dedicated fans can influence large groups? No, I don't, because the same thing is true of like content creators and like their opinions. Like what I'm talking about with like content creators doing the same exact thing, I don't underestimate that. If you're saying like the character sold well because like the people from Honkai Impact 3rd or whatever, or like the ones spreading propaganda inside of like HSR because it's Kevin, I'd be lying if I said I knew enough about HSR say otherwise, but I think everyone in the world would be too. Research. Cannot. Click to unlock. Thermal bank. Thermal banks must be connected to the power grid to work. Did I just piss the wrong one? Okay. Okay. Recommended. Research requirement not met.
Stay alert. This hot...
Can I teleport? Hello? Teleport. Place a packing unit near the sub pack. Which one's the packing unit? Is it this one? The molding unit. Which one's the packing unit? This one? No. This one. We can see that producing industrial explosives needs Akatine powder and amethyst parts. We just need to shred the Akatine we just gathered with the shredding unit to get Akatine powder. Where do we get the Akatine from? Do we have Akatine right now? So, hold on. No more hand holding. No more hand holding. Where's my shredding unit? Need to shred the... Where's the Akatine? We don't even have Akatine. Why is it mentioning Akatine? Well, let me go to it. Oh, I have 3 of them. Wait, no, I have 0. Wait, I have 0. Does carry 3, local stockpile 0? What? That goes in there. And this is gonna go in there. And this not connected to the power grid. Need a pylon. You must construct additional pylons. Okay, now we have that. And then we have this, which I already have the amethyst parts. So I can just throw them in there, I guess. And then we take the output. Okay, what? Then we take the output. And... God fucking damn it, bro. Then we take the output. Dude. Okay. Thought of HSR as a way to rebrand the Honkai Impact Third World. I thought of HSR as a way to make a fuckload of money. Personally. But to each their own. Jump. Place the explosives in the backpack. What are we blowing up? Long press R. Oh. Wait. Oh. Wait, I know exactly where to use that. Oh. Wait, I know exactly where to use that. There was a bomb thing over here that I couldn't get through, that I couldn't find the explosive for. But you just make the bomb, and then you just go throw it over here.
I sense danger. This one won't go around easily.
See? Wait, that's kind of cool. Now I can be a terrorist whenever I want. It's just like real life. Dude, I love this game. It's so realistic. The Himiko cinematic? No. Is that from Honkai Impact 3rd or from HSR? Hey, where am I supposed to go to? Oh, I jump up there. Oh. Fuck. Yeah.
You know I love stuff that shines.
Let me see. Is the one where Himiko dies? Final lesson. Yeah, it's definitely the one where Himiko dies. Okay. I know she dies in Honkai Impact 3rd. Because there's a fuckload of memes about her dying when HSR came out. Soon in HSR 2? I thought they would kill her off earlier because people kept memeing about her dying. Wait, didn't people say that you're getting a Himiko SP? Oh.
Engaging. Stay safe, team.
Focus on the battle. I shall.
Incoming.
Imagine more bomb types are added and you can use them in combat to complement your synergies. Oh, wait. You can use craftables in combat. Wait. Oh, that's kind of cool. Himiko died in Honkai Impact 3rd when she got an ult form. They killed her off instantly. Oh, GG. It's over. Bye, Himiko. Then Honkai Impact 2. Z, first timeline, second timeline. timeline, she died in Honkai Impact 3rd, 1st era, and 2nd era, including the Bubble universe. What if Honkai Star Rail is the one universe she gets to be happy? Think about it. What if they said that she suffered enough? What if they said she finally gets to be with the people she cares about in real life and not in the afterlife? No copium. No copium. What if they said Himiko?
Shatter!
I forgot what I was going to say. Wait, what am I buying here? Oh, you can buy pulls. Daily goods. Oh, wait, what the fuck? Wait, how many of these? Do you get an infinite amount of these? You can just buy these every day? Oh. Nah, no, wait, you can buy these every day? This is where you get your daily pull. Okay. You get a daily standard banner pull. And we go spend it. And we get... I don't even know what I want. Someone.
Well, well.
Bro, I have like 6 copies of you. I actually have like 6 copies of you.
Where are we headed?
Oh, I have 2. 2, 6, it's the same thing. Electro damage, ultimate energy cost down. 15% damage increase, okay. We would just reveal line A element and weapon. Wait, what is it?
Offset detected.
I'm primed, prepped, and ready.
Oh, I got Perlicas too. Oh, there's different art for each one. Spectro pistol. Carlotta 2.0. Why is there an arrow on her pointing to her boobs? They have... This reminds me so hard of ZZZ. You go for the constellations, you get the extra art. This one is fan service. Well, this one's not fan service. This is the first one. I assume the other ones are going to be Gooner. Actually, I don't know how down bad this game is. How down bad is the original Arknights? Are we getting ZZZ 2.0? That's pretty funny, though.
Engaging. Stay safe, team. Let's show them what we got.
I never understood why gotchas put discounts on items and swords that last forever. It makes you feel better. It makes you feel better when you pull.
Hey.
You're like, oh my god, I'm getting value. It's a psychological trick. OG Arknights isn't Gooner at all. So they made this game more Gooner. This game is more Gooner than OG Arknights. Because you have like, Last Ride is Gooner as fuck, dude. That character. Look at this.
The battlefield shows no mercy for mistakes.
Whatever's going on there.
We must hone our
That's Gooner. And this character is Gooner Deluxe, bro.
The training must continue. I must master this power.
This character is Gooner Deluxe, bro. This is the Gooner character of the game. As long as the whole game is Gooner show, I'm fine with it. It's not a big deal. As long, yeah, I agree. If it's not like the main focus of the game, or it's not like there so often, I don't mind it. Like, I don't care if Last Ride exists in the game. Is the way I see it. The reason why I get mad at like games like ZZ or Woo or whatever is because like it's everywhere. Like HSR has fan service as well, but it's not everywhere, so it's fine. But if it were everywhere, I'd get bored. Upgrade. Oh, you get more goods. Stock coverage expanded. Stock redistribution. No friends added yet. I don't have any friends. But you have literal stocks in-game that you can buy. Wait, you can buy stocks in-game. What are you guys investing your money in? Yo, which one of these is Nvidia? How do I invest in Nvidia? Is this one Nvidia? There's another poll. It says daily goods. You get 2 polls daily? Invest in Google outperforms Nvidia. This one went up 183. Actually, wait, hold on. This is literally Nvidia. Isn't Nvidia 200%? This one is literally Nvidia. What is Google at right now? Year to date. Let's see. Google stock. 67. The closest we have to that is 50. Wait, Nvidia is only up 30% this year. 28%. Only up 28% this year. Only, dude, Nvidia is only up 1,200% in the last 5 years. That's kind of embarrassing, no? They kind of fell off. If Arknights is so good, then why isn't there Arc Days? Because we're edgy. This one is down. Am I supposed to buy this one because it got tanked? I'm migrating to investing into product companies. Is an Nvidia product because it keeps making GPUs for literally every single AI company? How is it not a product company? Or what do you mean by that? This one is down, therefore I buy. War tins. Oh, is this for like when we... This is for like the nuclear fallout. So if we think the world is going to end, we buy these. You have no such goods. I will invest. Do you think the AI bubble will pop? I don't know. AI is weird. The literal entire market right now is based around it, which is fucking crazy. It's like doubly funny because basically every single company is so far away from actually giving what people expect, but it's like they're their best shots and nobody wants to be in the same situation of getting absolutely turbo gapped by companies like Google or whatever, like they did during the .com bubble. So everyone is super investing in it right now. By that logic, kind of has to pop. But everybody knows stock market go up. So if it just doesn't pop, then it won't pop. Think about it. Oh. Videos like Cisco from the early 2000s for the internet. I do agree in the end that it's going to be the company. It's going to be the AI companies that are actually chasing, like OpenAI or like Microsoft or like Google or whatever, right? Whoever ends up like finding the product is going to benefit the most for sure.
Stay alert. This hostile poses
NVIDIA is definitely like profiting for now.
It's always the hardest.
I'll leave that side to me.
Here's our chance. Perfect. This is the optimal path. King Flash.
I shall sweep the rest.
Someone has to make a product worth something with it, which is so far hasn't happened. Doesn't seem to be happening. So then it looks like a super bubble. Yeah, I mean, everyone's literally just banking on the fact that they hope that they can find a product like that.
We seem to have high value supply.
No worries. It's all part of our job.
New knowledge gained.
To serenity they shall return.
Wait, what is their face on there? Everyone's hoping that they end up being like the company that ends up finding it out, and they're investing so many billions into it. Actually, was it Zuckerberg that talked about this? I don't remember. They're investing so many billions into it because if they end up not being the company that finds it out, they're going to end up so far behind that they're just going to make negative amounts of money. It's essentially like, it's a risk to invest into it, but it's also a risk to not invest into it because you're just going to be so far behind. If you aren't the company to discover it, you're never going to be able to catch up. What are you talking about here? The Arknights Enfield stock market and the fact that we're relying on AI in this game. Dude, if you think about it, your allies are literally AI. This game is literally part of the AI bubble. Think about it. Such a product has the power to rival the greatest invention in history. You call AI 007. 0 successes, 0 good products, $7 trillion spent. Alright, there's not 0 good products from it. AI is useful, but it's definitely not useful relative to how much investment there is into it. But it is fucking crazy. Don't even lie. It is fucking crazy how fast AI became relevant. It is actually crazy. Even if it's not like the most amazing usages of AI, even like a few years ago, AI was barely on anybody's radar. Now, so many people are just using it in their daily lives. It's actually crazy. Oh. Yeah, I'm a 5-head. Feel revenue will pop. We live in a Genshin bubble, bro. We live in the Genshin bubble. The Genshin bubble pop. Actually, dude, you know, Genshin literally makes more money now than they did during COVID. Isn't that crazy? They literally make more money now than they did during COVID. It's literally a growing game. HSR makes more money now than Genshin. Does WoW make more money now than Genshin did during COVID? I actually don't know. It's fucking crazy, though. Do they? You can just look at banner sales. Just look at banner sales. Banner sales are insanely high up. Insanely high up. Of course they make more money now.
Focus on the battle. I shall lead.
Genshin's highest selling banner is Raidens? I don't even think that's true. Genshin, Impact, banner, sales. Let me double check. Maybe it is true. Highest selling banner from what I can see is a Hu Tao and Yulan rerun. Hu Tao's second rerun. This doesn't even look like a... This is super old data though. This is 2024. Due to increasingly significant impact of the banner sales chart in the Genshin Impact community, we've decided not to update banner sales anymore. Did they get flamed for this? For this website? No, it's fucking crazy, bro. The highest selling banner right here is Hu Tao's second rerun and Yulan's first rerun. From what I can see here, which is a good amount after COVID. The first banner over here, Venti, sold only 30 million. It was only 46 million. I wonder how much they sold for like Flint and stuff. Verna was only 30 million? Dude, was Raiden really that popular? She was more popular than Farina? I rarely see Raiden anymore. Like, mentioned anywhere. Maybe it's because she is so old. I see Farina everywhere, bro. Farina's like the fucking mascot of Genshin Impact. Maybe Farina fans are just rabid, but I literally see it everywhere. Historical banner reruns. Character pull 61 million. Holy shit. Wait, why was Acheron so high? Holy fuck. 1 million for Archer. Only 4 million for Heistlands. How is the revenue chart so high up if... compared to before, if the numbers are so down? Oh, they're not counting the oh, I see, I see. This is only. Wait, where did they get this information from? They weren't counting the reruns on it. It was only the individual characters. Okay. Argenti, 1 million. Kafka 4 is crazy. How did the Witcher do 16 million? No one has Archer's Light Cone? Cypher is the least pulled character besides Heislands. Finon is less pulled than Tribby and Herta? This data is user submitted, and most people don't upload their pulls as soon as they pull. Oh, it's user submitted data. Wait, how do they have so many? Hmm? Oh, is this like, this is like each individual pull. So like if you do 80 or whatever. Does it count all of that? That's what this is counting? Bro, it'd be so nice if these companies just released actual data instead of us having to rely on this stuff. This is self-reported data from the website. Which, do most players even use this? Why did Tribby sell 22 million? Works to compare banners, but not so much raw numbers. How is Ruan May rerun that high? Companies don't like releasing data. It makes players unhappy. Same reason why companies don't like having games on Steam, but the players do. Yeah, we love Steam. I agree. I like going to Steam charts so I can flame people about why their game is dead. And that's the exact reason why the companies hate it. And that's what makes it based. Teleport.
Looks like that guy shut down any chance of negotiations.
How does that tie into the actual, like, revenue for the games being literally just directly higher than previously? If the pulls for recent characters are lower, how does that make sense? Ice pulling on reruns? I've lost to these before.
Commence L7. Annihilate. Direction set. Spot an opening. Where you running? Oh yeah. Incoming. Bad news.
User submitted data can't be accurate. That's why we use Steam. And then we get to flame people using Steam. % of people who pull and spend don't submit. Yeah, but would that imply that like people were like more in tune with like recording it back then? Ow. Oh my god, we did it! We're counting on you, Endvin. Doesn't Steam only calculate Steam only purchases? That would make it more reliable than self-reported data. Well, it would depend on how many people are on Steam and how many people end up buying off-site for like pulls and whatnot. Like for the mobile revenue, for example, right? Those charts themselves aren't even necessarily accurate because it doesn't account for like how many, or if you're comparing between games specifically, like it doesn't even account for like how much or how many people are playing on like each platform, right? Like a game like HSR is going to have inflated revenue relative to other games because it's so mobile friendly compared to the other ones, right? That game is just going to have more mobile players, period, right? There's so much random shit in this world. Easy to assume these gachas are printing money, though. Oh, these gachas are turbo printing money. For sure, dude. I said it earlier. Gachas are like the cornerstone of like so many things. Or like the, they're at like the, not cornerstone. They're like at the cross section of like so many things that make it just like perfect for generating revenue. FOMO is overpowered. Having the game tied to your progression, being somewhat tied to your like characters or whatever, is overpowered. Pay to win mechanics and whatnot. The parasocial attachment is overpowered. Gambling is overpowered. There's literally so many things going right for gacha for it just to be the most predatory way of extracting money ever. So many things are going right for it. It's actually fucked up. It's actually fucked up. Is that a 10 pole? What was that for? Oh, for fun. Okay, for fun. Do we get it for fun?
End.
We get 10. Your game could die in 3 months. But that's true for every game, though. Like, what's the difference between DNA dying in 3 months when it's not a gacha game and like just like random gacha 1, 2, 3 dying in 3 months? That has nothing to do with like the gacha itself. That has to do with the quality of the game. Don't games like League make more money? Relative to population of the players playing the games, I highly doubt it. But even League itself utilizes gacha to get people to spend. You have like mystery gifts, you have actual gacha skins, you have like the your shop or whatever, like the gambling there too, and like what skins you get.
Maybe I got something in my tubes. We getting buggers? Hear that sound?
Engaging. Stay safe, team.
I'll leave that side to you.
Maybe I got something.
But you can't loot shit in combat. Oh! DNA's kind of dead on YouTube right now. Dude, I'm starting to realize more and more how many bubbles people like exist in. Because like, I know my community is like tied to like the Woowa community a good amount, and so when people like glaze or talk about DNA, I know for a fact that they're coming from like a very small subsection of people who unironically still interact with DNA. But there's nothing wrong with that if you enjoy the game. Like, to be clear, most people don't do that, and most people don't give a fuck about the game. That game is pretty dead. And we'll see if like 1.1 does well, but that game is pretty dead, bro. In every region.
Looks like that guy shut down any chance of negotiations.
Ooh.
A rarity in the wildlands. We'll make good use of it.
Biggest DNA problem is that people only talk about non-gachas that are the overall game. I think that's because there's nothing to talk about in the overall game. That was almost by design. Because the reason why they had to go non-gacha is because there was no selling point for the game itself. If there was anything to sell in for the game, they would have sold it. But there's nothing to sell in the game. Outside of it's not gacha.
A definitive outcome achieved through strong teamwork.
Well, guys don't matter in the game because there's nothing to do in the game. It's just an auto farm simulator. What is there to do in the game? What are you doing? What are you guiding for? Oops. Huh. Huh. I'm not the guide guy here. I am. There's nothing to guide for in the game. Has no way to compete with Warframe's amount of content. I feel like if you want DNA, Warframe is right there and just does it better. But like, DNA has waifus, I guess. But can waifus save a game? Every game has fucking waifus in it nowadays, bro. Waifus don't save games. Literally every game in the world has waifus. Like, waifus are like good for keeping players engaged in games, I guess. If the base game itself is good, but like waifus can't be the only selling point. Unless you're a full Gooner game. We can't be only waifu maxing, bro. Oh, we can. Actually, technically we can. Bro, imagine a 7-day challenge for Arknights Enfield. Wait, that would go hard. Wait, should I do that on launch? A 7-day challenge for the game? Try to beat the game in 7 days? That would go hard, no? Wait, that would go hard. When you get time gated by quests? Are quests time gated? Does this game even have a Abyss endgame? I don't know what the endgame is like in this game. I can't answer. Planting. Belt splitting. Belt brigading. Where's pylon relaying? What is the end game in this game then? Dude, the fact that I just keep making bank from these guys from doing nothing is crazy. And Arknights with endgame events every 3 months? If they don't have like an endgame thing for you to aim for, what are you aiming for in the game? What are you like getting everyone built for? That would be really weird, no? I think this game would be really weird if they didn't have endgame. You just play to dick around and enjoy the game? Enjoying the game in 2025? That's fucking disgusting. Yikes. How do I increase my power output? These? I've fought 2 bosses so far. The one at the beginning of the game and the one at the end of the chapter. But, dude, the level gating I'm talking about right now is what they need to do earlier on. Where you, like, actually engage with the thing. But they dump too many things on you now, so it's, like, harder to interact with. If they did this in the middle of the thing, it would have been better. They got the pacing wrong. filling unit. I got a filling unit. You know what I'm saying? What does that even do? Oh, we're at 250 now. That was it? I just put it in the bank? Oh. That's it. Wait, don't I need more output things then? I need more of these, no? Boss debit. Alright, I mentioned earlier my throat not feel the best. Check out the YouTube. I have a review of Arknights Enfield in there. If you're curious about the game, you can go check it out. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. See you guys maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I'm going to keep messing around with the game. I'm just going to do it off stream. And then I'll tell you guys my thoughts after that. Peace.